Wọ́n ti gé President Trump of America, wọ́n ti gé létí lọ, kò gbọ́ pa, kò gbọ́ nǹkan kan mọ́, kò gbọ́ nana, kò gbọ́ nana. Iná yẹ nana, Ọlọ́run. Àṣàkẹ́ ló ti gé òun létí lọ, ó ti rétí ẹ̀. President Trump kò gbọ́ pa, ó ti dogun. Ogun màdé o, ẹni ogun pa àpagbé. Níná ti ní o, ẹni ogun pa àpagbé. Ṣé o ti gbọ́? A United States Airforce C-130J Super Hercules transport aircraft, registration 083176, landed at Nbe Xtian International Airport in Abuja, ìyẹn ní àná Tuesday yìí. The aircraft arrived from Dakar, Senegal, drawing immediate attention as U.S. military airlift operation in West Africa have more commonly been routed through established logistic hubs in Ivory Coast or Ghana. The aircraft's presence in Nigeria's capital follows a major and unprecedented shift in U.S. military policy towards the country. On December 25, 2025, the United States conducted its first publicly acknowledged airstrike on Nigeria's soil. Authorized by President Donald Trump, the powerful and deadly strike targeted position of an ISIS-affiliated faction in the Bani Forest area of Sokoto State in northern western Nigeria. The landing underscored a tangible and active U.S. military presence in Nigeria, moving beyond traditional adversary and training roles to include direct action with corresponding logistical support evident on the ground in Abuja. Lọ́rọ̀ kan ṣá, ohun tí wọ́n jẹ́ kó yé wa ni wípé àwọn irinṣẹ́ ogun àwọn ọmọ U.S. President Trump l'Amẹ́ríkà ó ti ń láǹdì kàṣàgbòà kì í ṣe àwọn airlift kékeré o gbùgbùgbùgbù tó kó oríṣiríṣi nǹkan bíi troop bíi aids medical aids bíi oúnjẹ bíi anything ó láǹdì ní Abuja ní àná. Federal government of Nigeria wọn dẹ̀ tí bọ́ síta láti address Nigerians wípé báwo ló ṣe lọ tó já sí wípé àwọn náà mọ̀ sí àbí no wàhálà. Lọ́rọ̀ kan ṣá wọ́n ti gé President Trump létí lọ. Wọ́n mú ní kékeré o, mo sọ o, combination yìí ó máa gbẹgẹdẹ ti gbiná báyìí. Ṣé mọ̀ pé àwọn Israelis nsìn àwọn ti sọ wípé àwọn ti throw babala support wọn pẹ̀lú pẹ̀lú United States. Wọ́n ti collaborated together to join forces together and eradicate what they call terrorism in Nigeria. Islamic cabal, terrorism, everybody, including their financiers. Gbogbo wọn báyìí, wọ́n ti rógo. Náà ti gbà náà, kẹ̀ù, ó ti là náà, kẹ̀ù. Tẹ̀lé mi wá wo fídíò.
Now, Remy, let me be clear about one thing. What happened in Venezuela this weekend is not philosophy. It is a loud reminder of one brutal law in our life. Your sovereignty only lasts for as long as you can defend it. If you can't defend your sovereignty, especially against a superpower, you better respect yourself and run your country well so that the stronger man does not come and have an excuse to run it for you and take your resources while he's at it. Now, let me bring this home to Nigeria. If we keep playing politics with insecurity, treating Boko Haram, ISWAP, and terror financiers with kids' gloves, and harboring promoters of Boko Haram in our government, or running our nation in a way that many feel oppressed, or where the stronger nations feel like our leaders are messing up too much in a way that may affect their own interests later, we are inviting outsiders to come and help us to solve this problem in a way that will humiliate us. Like I told someone in a WhatsApp group today while he was arguing jurisprudence, sovereignty of nations with me, there is no way USA will allow ISWAP, ISIS, or Boko Haram to develop a comfortable base in Nigeria or around us. Koleshale. They know that that's like leaving fire on the roof and going to bed, because as Afghanistan taught them when they didn't pay attention at the time Osama bin Laden was training terrorists there. They told themselves Afghanistan is too far, only for the terrorists to end up on the planes in their airports. So I assure you, they will not allow what is happening in the northwest, northeast, and central Nigeria today to stand. They will take an Igigogoroma Gumiloju approach and insert themselves into the situation so that those guys don't end up as suicide bombers in America later. And to make sure we don't claim ignorance later. Donald Trump already said he will come and take care of it if our government refuses to do it. And so far, because he's a man of his word, he has sent 2 mild bombing messages. And he expects our government to take the hint and root out all the elements of extremism in our land. So, rather than all of us pressing the neck of our government to do better in fighting terrorism, kidnapping and religious genocide, many of our elites are busy saying Trump can't interfere, Trump can never come here, Nigeria is different from Venezuela, and speaking long English about international sovereignty, as if USA will care about all of that when they decide they want to move against Nigeria. So my point to the elite government supporter and the government itself.
Ó ti dójú ẹ. Ẹ dẹ̀ jẹ́ ká jọ sòótọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ fúnra wa. Ṣé mo wí pé kì í ṣe wí pé ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀? Àwọn Islamic kaba yìí wọ́n ti hijack Nàìjíríà. Ó ti pẹ́ tó ti hijack Nàìjíríà. Any president tó bá rí tó wà ní Aso Villa, figurehead lásán ni. Àwọn Islamic kaba headed the Nigeria one headed by Sultan of Sokoto allegedly. Àwọn bíi Shetima, number 2nd of Nigeria. Àwọn bíi Eru àti gbogbo wọn lọ́lọ́kan òjọ̀kan. Wọ́n ti hijack Nigeria, wọ́n ti hijack ẹ. Figurehead ni àwọn president ìwọ àtèmi dẹ́mọ̀. Tó bá nírọ́ ni. Kí ló dé tí àwọn past head of state tí àwọn kaba Sultan tí wọ́n fi hàn wọ́n léèmọ̀ tọ́wọ́n bá ti gbà fún wọn láti pé kán gba ìjọba lọ́wọ́ kó jẹ́ àwọn náà máa rúùlù Nàìjíríà. Ó ti mọ nǹkan tó máa fi ṣe ọkọ̀ ìyá wọn. Àwọn terrorists, they call them Northern Freedom Fighter. You see? Tí Trump bá wá sọ wípé àti Israelis tó join hand together tó wá láwọn fẹ́ stop nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ terrorism, wọ́n fẹ́ arrest gbogbo àwọn financier àwọn gbogbo àwọn Islamic kaba, their leaders and their gang and their groups. Èwo wá lẹ́kún egbére tí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ń sun lórí solid mineral resources náà fẹ́ wá kó. Yes, ó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Venezuela. Trump sọ wípé àwọn fẹ́ kó oil. Ṣé kéèsì Venezuela the same case ni pẹ̀lú Nigeria? Má jẹ́ kán brainwash ẹ̀. All of a sudden, Nigeria begin to feel so sorry about their mineral resources that they have never benefited 1 cent, 1 naira, 1 kobo from. Generation to generation, àwa Nigerian citizen, mélòó nínú àwọn parents wa tó tẹ lọ títí tó fi dórí àwa tá wà ńbí la ní oore ọ̀fẹ́ láti gbádùn 1 naira nínú mineral resources tán ní Nigeria tó ní. Wọ́n dé mineral resources oríṣiríṣi, very expensive, the most expensive ones ó kúnnú Nigeria ńbẹ̀ tí àwọn leaders wa, governor, minister, senator, president, sultan gbogbo wọn tí wọ́n ń kó tán lọ ń tà, tí wọ́n fi enrich ara wọn àti family wọn àti kọ́kọ́sí wọn. Wọ́n tún fi finance àwọn terrorists tó wá pa ẹ́ tó bá ti wá jí family ẹ gbé, tó bá ti wá béèrè ransom lọ́wọ́ family ẹ ìwà máa sá kolobá kiri, wà á bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní dáwó online, àwọn tó bá ní property wọn á lọ gbé tà, kò sí ìkọ́tọ̀ kì í ṣe tán. Àwọn Sultan allegedly àwọn Islamic kaba tí wọ́n gbé terrorism sílẹ̀ tí wọ́n fi hijack Nigeria tí ara fi ní gbogbo Nigeria sì tán jẹ́ kí Nigeria move forward pẹ̀lú Arab Islamic country tó fún wọn ní support headed by the Sultan of Sokoto allegedly olówó ẹ̀dì ti Nigeria. Owó mineral resources tó bá ti tà káàkiri wọ́n fi ń finance àwọn terrorism, àwọn terrorists láti wá pa ẹ́. Trump ọmọ yìí ìgbà tó ti ń sọ wípé ọ̀rọ̀ genocide, ọ̀rọ̀ terrorist ní Nigeria tó ti fi mẹ́sẹ̀jì ránṣẹ́ sí president kì í ṣe Tinubu nìkan. Ìgbà tí Jonathan wà ń bẹ̀ the same thing. Ìgbà tí Buhari wà ń bẹ̀ the same thing. Now, jẹ́ ká just face the reality. Ṣé any one of us tá à ń béèrè fún ìgbésí ayé rere nínú Nigeria? Tí à ń béèrè pé kí government kí wọ́n eradicate gbogbo nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ terrorism, including the terrorists in Nigeria. Ǹjẹ́ orí traces wípé agbára any head of state kankan, both the past and the present Bola Ahmed, ṣé o rò wípé agbára wọn gbé láti fèsì kìíní yẹn? Because leader àwọn terrorists wọ̀nyí ó wà nínú Nigeria. Wọ́n ti hijack ìjọba. Every president you see in Aso Villa, they are just figurehead there. Sultan ló control Nigeria. Wọ́n control Nigeria from the outside. Islamic country not control Nigeria headed by the Sultan. Wọ́n wá bọ̀ níbi tó wá dé dúró wípé no ó ti dogun. Torí kò sí head of state, kò sí olórí adarí ìlú kankan tí ẹ̀mí ẹ̀ gbé láti face àwọn people yìí. Ó máa jẹyàn ẹ̀ níṣu. The only thing tó lè solve ẹ̀ náà ni nǹkan tí Trump ń ṣe yìí. Kí ló dé tẹ̀yìn kan wá sọ wípé yes nítorí nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ní Venezuela ó sọ̀rọ̀ pàmòlà kó ẹ̀lì wọn. Ṣé kéèsì Venezuela ó papọ̀ mọ́ kéèsì Nàìjíríà? Àti wípé gan mineral resources tí gbogbo wa sunkún pé wọ́n fẹ́ wá kó Trump fẹ́ wá kó bá mi kọ síbi comment section. Ṣé ìwọ tó ń sun ẹkún ẹ̀ àti èmi ǹjẹ́ àti benefit £1 ń bẹ̀rẹ̀? Ǹjẹ́ great grandparents ẹ̀ tó bá láyé ó ti fìgbà kan ṣàlàyé fún ẹ pé àwọn benefit o nínú nǹkan àlùmọ́ọ́nì tí ó pé tó tí Nàìjíríà fi ń jẹ́ Nàìjíríà o bó ṣe lóríṣìí tó nínú nǹkan àlùmọ́ọ́nì. Ìjọ nìkan ta fi benefit no good road, no water, no light, no anything. Health center, kí a wá rubbish. Kò sí kókó ta benefit tó bá wá jẹ́ wípé pẹ̀lú ẹ̀ náà àwọn nǹkan àlùmọ́ọ́nì ni àwọn allegedly Sultan and co àwọn Islamic Cabal ní north tí wọ́n kó tó ń ṣe kùṣàì tó ń lọ ń tà tí wọ́n fi ń finance àwọn terrorists yìí. Tó bá wá ní pé wọ́n fẹ́ wá stop gbogbo àwọn olóbùkù yẹn táwọn láwọn náà máa gbà lára mineral resources yín as a compensation. Èwo tí ẹ àti tèmi bẹ̀ ṣé mi àti ẹ jẹ́ inú ẹ̀ ni ṣe bá àwọn minister senator governor president àwọn political leader gbogbo wọn emir sultan gbogbo wọn àwọn náà ń gbádùn ẹ̀. Ṣé ìwọ àtèmi benefit ń bẹ̀? Èwo lẹkún ìwọ àtèmi? Àwọn yẹn ló yẹ kó máa sun ẹkún ẹ̀ kó ń ṣaráàlú. Ṣé ẹnu ìgbà tí Trump ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ ní Christmas Day sí ó rí nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ní north lóòwò tó wọ́n ṣe tàbí ọbẹ̀ ṣó tún wá fẹ́ gbọ́ ibẹ̀ ní kọ́kọ́ là ń lọ kó lè mọ̀ wípé ogun ti ṣẹlẹ̀ ní north jẹ́ sáré gbé ẹ débẹ̀. Niger Republic security forces foil plot to smuggle 200 kg of explosives from Sokoto State, Nigeria across border. Niger Republic security forces foil plot to smuggle 200 kg of explosives from Sokoto State, Nigeria across border. Wọ́n fẹ́ gbé àwọn nǹkan ìjà olóró nǹkan burúkú wọ́n fẹ́ gbé láti Sokoto wọ́n transport ẹ̀ lọ sí Niger Republic, sorry. Niger Republic. Wọ́n wá láti Niger. Wọ́n fẹ́ wá kó nǹkan ìjà olóró ní Sokoto. Wọ́n fẹ́ kó padà lọ sí Niger. Ẹ̀dẹ̀ ń sọ wípé Sultan òun kọ́ ni head of Islamic jihadists ní Nigeria. Òun ló lórí àwọn terrorists yìí. Gbogbo àwọn nǹkan ogun ókè kí ló dé tó ṣe jẹ́ pé ibẹ̀ ni Trump kọ́kọ́ lọ tó lọ bọ́ọ̀sì ní Christmas time. Kí ló dé láti gbà yẹn tára balẹ̀ tá a gbúrò because a ti rí Sultan àti bọ́ síta a ti grant interview kan a ti lọ sí occasion kan a ti máa kọ orin tó wálé ayé wá kọ wípé when Nigeria is not negotiable. Mo ní bring all of them back from the northern part of Nigeria to come and tell us again that when Nigeria is not negotiable. Níbo bí yẹ èèyàn. Ṣùgbọ́n ẹ̀yin ọba ilẹ̀ Yorùbá torí ọ̀rọ̀ tó ń lọ yìí rẹ́rẹ́ máa rún gan ni ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àṣírí máa tú ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi ẹjẹ́ arára fi balẹ̀ ká wà neutral ká lè rí àṣírí tí àṣírí bá wá ń tú torí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí máa dójú ẹ̀ tán bá ti fa gbùrù ó ti dandan kí gbùrù fagbó. Ẹ̀yin ọba ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tẹ́ mú létí Sultan tẹ́ torí àtijọ́ àtàtì mú ti yín báyìí o torí tó bá ti fàfàkùfà báyìí àwọn náà tó bá ti fún wọn fòkúfò ó ti dandan kọ́ fọ̀fọ̀kùfọ̀. Ẹ̀yin politician minister senator governor president past one tẹ́ lọ tẹ́ pàdé àpòpọ̀ mọ́ wọn ní nọ́ọ̀tì ẹ máa get ready kò síbi tẹ́ lè sá lọ owó ìjọba US àbá yín ẹ má ti ẹ̀bọ̀ dà ẹ rọra jókòó síbi tẹ́ wà kan wá mú yín ṣekún. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin chief imam gbogbo yín sheik gbogbo yín ẹ̀yin fanatic àti Christian leaders tẹ́ mú létí àwọn Eru-Fai ní torí kọ́ńtrátì ẹ rọra dúró síbi tẹ́ wà o torí wọ́n bọ̀ wá píkì gbogbo yín pátá láìka ẹyọ kan ibẹ̀ ni kọ́kọ́ là ń lọ tí wá tẹ̀lé mi wo fídíò yìí mo ní rẹ́rẹ́ ti rún ní nọ́ọ̀tì sẹ́ wá wò nǹkan tí àwọn àgbààgbà northern ẹ wá wò nǹkan tí wọ́n ń ṣe ní north.
Push for the arrest, prosecution of cleric scholars that preaches hate messages, that preaches religious intolerance, then we will now know that the North is serious and nothing more. Or possibly the regulation of all these messages they preach. Alright, this is a message to the Northern Elders Forum. I must first of all commend your effort, just like you did today, in regards visiting the Khan headquarters of the North and visiting Jama'atul Nasr Islam headquarters in regards trying to promote peace, religious tolerance, right? But if I must tell you sincerely, in my own opinion, I think in order of priority, that should not be what is supposed to be the first. The first thing that will prove to people and everybody that we're ready to move forward as Northerners is when the North starts pushing for the regulation of all these radical preachers, or and possibly the arrest and prosecution of these radical preachers. And if I must tell you the truth, I'm not a fanatic. But if I must tell you the truth, sincerely, I must tell you, mostly Islamic preachers. Mostly Islamic preachers. And if you doubt me, contact me and I will show you, I will give you videos. Videos, hundreds of videos in regards to religious intolerance, in regards anarchy and a lot of other things. Seriously. Until the North starts pushing for that. Till the North starts pushing for that. All we're going to be doing is just a joke. We're just going to be joking and playing around the reality. Because why do I say this? When the message stops, the hate stops. Seriously. Because they have a bunch of uninformed individuals that do things according to whatever they say. And they capitalize on that. Okay, even if they conceive this message, why not keep it to themselves? Why do you think it's coming to the social media? It's for them to be able to recruit as many people as possible as they can. Until we learn to push, irrespective of who it is, from the Christendom, from the Muslim part of it, till we push for that. I am telling you, nothing is going to change.
Tẹ́ bá gbọ́ àlàyé tó ń ṣe brother wa yìí ṣe ọmọ Hausa ni mo like bó ṣe máa ń kó fún àwọn Northerner. He's a very wonderful brother. Tẹ́ bá gbọ́ àlàyé ẹ̀ àwọn Arewa leader, Islamic leader, part of Nigeria, northern part of Nigeria. Wọ́n pe meeting lẹ́nu ọjọ́ mẹ́ta àwọn governors wọ́n absent o. Wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní lọ meet àwọn can leader wípé ọ̀rọ̀ ti dojú ẹ̀ báyìí. Ẹ má jàjà mọ́ ọmọ ìyá ni wá nẹ́sìn mi ò mufti wo ẹ má jàjà nú ẹ̀sìn ọmọ ìyá ni wá Kristẹni àti Mùsùlùmí mi hùn ìwọ náà ni a níbo ṣùgbọ́n òkì tó máa tẹ̀síwájú ṣé ọmọ yẹ tí wọn yóò ti rí owó wọjà ṣé aṣọ sì bọ́mọ yẹ àwọn Arewa leaders lórí ìgbésẹ̀ tó wá ń gbé ohun tó yẹ kán fi ṣáájú ṣé nǹkan ni wọ́n fi kẹ́yìn torí ní ìgbà tó yẹ kán ṣe nǹkan tó ń ṣe yìí bó tilẹ̀ jẹ́ wípé ìwà àtèmi mọ̀ wípé irọ́ ni nítorí ogun Trump àti Israeli tó ń bọ̀ ni bọ́ ọmọ yẹ wọ́n ti rìn ohun wọn já. The decision has been made by President Trump and the Israelis and some other parts of Western leaders. They have joined and collaborated together to eradicate terrorism in Nigeria and arrested their financier since Nigeria government has refused to name them or do something. It is very too late for the Arewa leaders to believe if they ma kajo anybody. Ṣé rí gbogbo roundtable tẹ́ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ fẹ́ máa gbé ìgbésẹ̀ yẹn nísìn ó ti late. Ibo ni àwọn Arewa leaders wà nígbà tí Sheikh Gumi terrorist tí ó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní force Nigeria government every head of state tó bá ti jẹ́ wípé dododo they must pamper the terrorists, sorry. They must pamper the bandits and every one of them terrorizing Nigerians. As a matter of fact, Gumi sọ débi wípé nǹkan kíkan tó bá ti demand fún no Nigeria or Nigeria government should not even negotiate àbí láti yẹ̀ wọ́n lọ́wọ́ wò kí Nigeria government. Sheikh Gumi was forcing Nigeria government to acknowledge the terrorists, give them the best of life, acknowledge them. kọ́ ilé fún wọn, kó wọn sí school, kó aṣọ gidi sí wọn lọ́rùn, máa fún wọn ní tangible monthly salary and everything. Is it not the same gbogbo àwọn northern governors yìí, the Zamfara, the Borno, and every one of them, ni wọ́n máa sọ every now and then, every 3 market day, that they have a repented Boko Haram, repented terrorists, wọ́n kó wọn lọ sí kinní kan, at the end of it, wọ́n kó wọn padà wá, wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní kó wọn sínú military Nigeria. Àwọn terrorists ló dominate military Nigeria, àṣírí gbogbo ẹ̀ ti wá tún nísìn, Ọlọ́run ti wá ń gbà fún wa, ẹ ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wá dìde. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ fún Gumi ní sọ́pọ́tì, kí ló dé tẹ́ ẹ ṣe pé Gumi àti gbogbo àwọn tó ń múra kankankan bíi gọ́vnà Bauchi Bala tó ní àwọn ti fi mẹ́sẹ̀jì ránṣẹ́ sí gbogbo every terrorist called Fulani tó wà ní the whole of Africa, tó bá ti lè fi ẹsẹ̀ step sínú Nigeria bẹ́ẹ̀ automatically has become a Nigerian. Nigeria government ní láti máa sìn wọ́n ni. Gbogbo wọn pátá ó ní wọ́n máa bá kínní lọ. Èwo wá ní títì yẹ tó wà ní South tó wá ń bá wọn sunkún, kí ló kan ẹkún tiẹ̀? Ṣé wọ́n ní kí wọ́n má wálé ayé ìsinmi ni? Tó bá wá rẹ́ anybody tó ń sunkún mineral resources ní kò fúnra lára ẹ̀ kó lọ sí north kó lọ máa gbé bẹ́ẹ̀. Any media, anybody tó bá sọ wípé bí Israelis àti US bí wọ́n ṣe fẹ́ dá sí láti kọ́ọ̀bù terrorist nínú Nàìjíríà, láti pa wọ́n dànù àti finance àwọn, tó bá ti ní torí mineral resources ni, my dear, kí ló sì ń ṣe ní South? Kó ẹrù ẹ kó move to the northern part of Nigeria, lọ gbé bẹ́ẹ̀ kó jẹ́ kójú ẹ rí nǹkan tójú wọn rí bẹ́ẹ̀ máa alábòsí ni irú yín. Anyway, ara arúwo tá ṣe ń pa mo ṣe pariwo yẹn lórí fídíò lánàá dáná yìí o. Ṣé ti gbọ́? Tó bá ń gbọ́ máa yábò wọn, máa yálù wọn, máa yápa wọn. Mo ní ẹ̀yin ọmọ káàárọ̀ òjìrè, mo ní ká gbáradì. Mo ní àwọn people yìí ń bọ̀ wá attack yín massively. Ẹ̀dẹ̀rò yìí pé eré ni wọ́n ti yabo Ọ̀yọ́ state báyìí o. Ní àná ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ náà ló ti gbẹ́mìí mì o. Ìjà sáré débẹ̀. Government attacked National Park Service office in Oyo. Several personnel fear dead. Government suspected to be bandits reportedly attacked the National Park Service (NPS) office in Oloka, Orire local government area of Oyo State around 9 p.m. on Tuesday. So reports suggest that about 5 NPS personnel may have been killed, though this has not been officially confirmed. When contacted, the state police public relations officer Olayinka Ayanlade confirmed the incident, saying the commissioner of police and other senior officers were on their way to the scene. He added that tactical teams, mobile police force officer, and explosive ordnance disposal units have been deployed to secure the area and prevent further escalation. Authorities are currently investigating the attack, and more details are expected to emerge. Tẹ́ bá ń gbọ́ wá yálù wọn ń bọ̀ wá attack yín nílẹ̀ Yorùbá massively. Ṣé rédè tó ṣì ń ṣe yìí wọ́n fẹ́ wo capacity yín bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe prepare sí. Ẹ̀yin aráàlú ṣe gbọ́ nísìn after tó ti pa àwọn márùn-ún náà sọ́gbà tó fi lè sọ pé àwọn márùn-ún ẹ̀kọ́ ìmájẹ́ àwọn tó máa pa síbẹ̀. Police iṣẹ́ ń lọ, forces iṣẹ́ ń lọ, àwọn tó ti kú ńkọ́ ṣé wọ́n ní second chance? Wọ́n ti lọ ẹni eré lọ. Nǹkan tí mo yìí ṣe lálàyé nínú fídíò àná nìyẹn wípé ẹ bá ti lọ ó ti lọ. Ẹ̀yin aráàlú ẹ dìde, ẹ má fi dá àwọn ọlọ́pàá nìkan. Ṣé ẹ gbọ́ gbogbo nǹkan tá à ń sọ ni? Ṣé kò sí ẹ̀yin brothers wa tẹ́ jẹ́ security personnel tẹ́ gúdù ni ẹ̀yin vigilante gbogbo yín àníkẹ́ dìde kẹ́ protect ara yín iná ló bá Yorùbá la káàárọ̀ òjíire, because tá bá sọ Yorùbá là á máa rò wípé bẹ́ẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ nìkan, gbogbo ilẹ̀ káàárọ̀ òjíire everywhere ẹ protect ara yín. Ẹni tó bá mà ti bá lọ kò sí compensation, kò sí sorry, kò sí anything, ó kàn kú dànù ṣáá ni. Ẹ̀yin náà máa wo nǹkan tó tún ṣẹlẹ̀ lọ́yọ́ nísìn. Ṣé òun làwọn kan pariwo wípé Trump ń bọ̀ wá kó mineral resources? Ẹ̀yin ọmọ Ọ̀yọ́ wọn ní Trump ń bọ̀ wá kó mineral resources kó má wàá gbà yín lẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ àwọn wèrè tó ń pa yín torí wọ́n ti ṣíjú sọ́yọ́ báyìí. Ṣé mọ̀ pé wọ́n ti dé Ìlọrin, from Ìlọrin ó ti ń wọ Ọ̀yọ́, ó ti ń wọ everywhere, like play wọ́n take over everywhere. Kẹ́tó díjú kẹ́tó là báyìí wọ́n ti take over massively. Ẹ rò péré ni, ṣùgbọ́n gbogbo yín á lè mọ̀ wípé èmi dára, mo ṣèwọ̀nba tí mo lè ṣe. Jọ̀ọ́ mi mú fídíò èkó bá mi pín. Ṣàánú jẹ́ kí gbogbo ọmọ káàárọ̀ òjíire gbọ́. Ṣé rí gbogbo bó ṣe lọ? Ogun màdé o, ẹni ogun pa àpagbé náà ti rógo. ọkọ ìyá yín ti dé, ẹ lè dúnkokò mọ́ Tinubu, ẹ fi Tinubu lọ́rùn lẹ̀. O má gbàgbé láti fún mi ní support jàre, bá mi like video, bá mi share iye ìgbà tó bá lè bá mi share, drop your comment, kí ló rí sí situation yìí, gbogbo explanation yìí, kí ló rí sí, báwo ló ṣe feel lọ́dọ̀ tiẹ̀. Bye for now.